Here we are, back at it again. But who are we brought to you by? Well, my friends,
Well, my friends,
we're brought to you by Weebly.com. Yes, that is correct. Go to Weebly, set up that website you guys have been wanting all your life. You've been talking about it. Look, I'm going to do this. I'm going to finally do this. Well, there's no time like the present, okay? We're up close to our 75th episode. You've been listening to it. You know, like, look, I got to do it. I got to go to Weebly, okay? Go to Bo Miles. Matter of fact, I'm trying to think, because I took the Weebly stuff down off of BoMiles.com, okay? Go to Fidlu.com. Click on the Weebly link, all right? And get started today, my friends. No longer will you waste another minute like you have been these past minutes. All right, this is the last minute you've wasted. You can go to Fidlu.com, click on the Weebly link, and get started. Also, speaking of the devil, Fidlu.com. Yes, that is correct. You've always wanted an instrument. Well, now is your time. Go there and buy an axe today. Be the musician you always wanted to be by having the instrument that you never dreamed that you could get. All right? Go to Fidlu.com. Live out your dreams. Purchase the bass that you never thought you could even afford. Well, now you can. All right? You've been saving up them checks, putting 200 away, 200 away, 200 away, 200 away, 200 away, 200 away. All right? Go to Fidlu with that money and knock it out the ballpark. Fidlu.com. Last but definitely not least, BoKnowsMusic.com. Still pushing, still grinding. You guys have been asking when are different courses, when are updates coming, when is this, when is that. A little bit of this, a little bit of... It's waiting, okay? It's waiting for you. Go there, sign up, create the free account, and get this thing popping. That's what it's all about, okay? BoKnowsMusic.com will help you to know music in your life so you can look back and be like, look, my best kept secret. You don't even have to tell people where you done mastered the keys from, all right? You did it on your own because at the end of the day, you really did do it on your own, all right? It's you that's going to have to build up that muscle memory. It's you that's going to have to connect neurons in your brain to create new and different exciting pathways. You're the one. So, yes, you did do it on your own. All right? Little secret, BoKnowsMusic.com. And it's only one other thing to do.
Cue the music.
You do.
Let me introduce you to Bo Miles, a unique and likable guy. Everyday life, friends and family makes up the artistry.
What's up, man? What's up?
Fit. Man, another day.
Another nickel.
Yep. You're not even $1 yet, but yeah.
Man, and then they tax that nickel. Mm-hmm. You left with 3 cents.
Yeah, that's how they do you, man.
Hey, man. What are we going to do about it? What you going to do about it, man?
Get rich or die trying, huh? That's all we
something.
got.
I ain't going to lay down.
Right. Right, man.
Ain't going to lay down. Bring me them ends. We are the crowd pleaser. Lookers and waiters wait outside.
Yeah. What you been up to, Fit?
Working on my chops, man. Working on some chords, some chordal stuff, some Arabic chords, and some other stuff, man.
Oh, all right.
I gotta get my stuff together, man.
Yeah, man. I've been grinding it out on the music too, man, and I've been logging my practice and just staying consistent. Like,
well, you gotta write down what you worked on,
right? Because
if you don't, you're gonna forget what you worked on.
Right, man.
Until it becomes ingrained in your head.
Right. You're right, man. And like, so that's what, I've been, working. I call it jazz form, Mm-hmm. So I've been working on that, man, working. And, like, it's definitely coming along. And this is, like, the stuff that I'm going to teach, later on, like, in the years down the road. Like, this is the stuff, man, that was going to take people, like, beyond their wildest dreams, man. So
yeah, man, that's what it's about, man. Putting your stuff together. I was looking at that stuff online, man. That bass clef and the treble clef, man.
Oh.
Been sending it to people in Brazil.
Yeah. Oh, man, I think somebody you referred signed up.
Oh, they're going to all do it. See, here's the caveat. 85% of your musicians can't read. They cannot sight read, at least not playing jazz. If they're not classically trained, they can't read, period.
Right.
Okay. And you can't take a classical musician and switch over to jazz because it's a whole different mindset.
Right.
Because all they doing is aping what's written down. That's all they doing. Because I used to read classical, and I had no clue of how to. Well, shouldn't I know how to do this?
Yeah, but you're right. You're right, man.
No. So it probably needs to be run a couple of more times to get it out there. Do a purple version. You can take the red pill or the blue pill. Yeah. How about this? I'm gonna give it to you both. The purple pill.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm, we definitely gonna run that, and
because everybody likes it, man. They're scared to go there, but okay, you have nothing to fear but fear itself. I had this one brother. I sent you a copy of his. Thanks, brother. Well, he's up and coming, man. He's like he's on the gospel circuit. Okay, so. He's limited. So somebody's probably told him that. And he's like, thanks. Just what I need. Right on time.
Right.
You got to open all avenues. Now, see, I got to connect. So you just got to put them out there. They know Fid is the person to go to get what you need.
Right. Yeah, look, man. Fid, he got this thing online.
Well, my friends. How much knowledge do you want? Too much knowledge is bad for you. Not enough is bad for you. You need that maximum, just right.
You said just right. Look, it was
this porridge is too hot.
Right, Goldilocks and the 3 little N words. Look,
this porridge is just right.
Right.
This bed is too hard. This bed is too soft.
He said, "Oh, this bed
It's
is
just right." But guess what? Baby Bear was still in bed.
He said, "Baby Bear, Mom, it's hard down there." Oh, it's Goldilocks in the bed with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Papa Bear was too hard.
Oh, too beaucoup.
Yeah.
Beaucoup.
He was too big. He was too hard.
Too beaucoup. Soul Bear, too beaucoup.
Right, man. So, just right. And that's what it's about. It's, you can't overwhelm yourself with too much knowledge because then you usually back out. You kind of step away, step back.
You get saturated. You don't know which piece to pull out. So you got to take little bites. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time.
Right.
You got bite this little stuff one bite at a time. First of all, if you I don't care what instrument you're playing, you got to develop your chops. Whether it's piano, bass, guitar, sax, you got to develop your chops for endurance and to be able to do that. And that comes from, scales is the most important thing. People don't understand that. They're the most important thing. And you got to know your instrument. You got to know where all the notes on the bass. If you're playing a 7-string bass, I tell you, it's a mother's. Because I've got 7 strings. I got to know which all the notes are on that bad boy.
Yeah. Like, look, just all the way down.
Well, that's where the modes come in. Because I can go from the lowest note to the highest note in 4 moves.
Oh, all right.
Okay? 4 shifts.
Yeah.
So you got to know your instrument. You got to know how to use your modes. See, people think modes is just, it's a modal concept. No, everything is based on the modes. But y'all got, why give away knowledge when you can get paid for it?
Yeah, man.
If you good at something, why not get paid for it?
Right. That's the biggest challenge, man. Because there's 2 ways. You can get paid on just sweat equity, or you can get paid on that flesh equity, So
No, I don't want no sweat. I don't want no flesh.
He said, I don't want no flesh equity.
You can't spend it.
Well, you can spend it, but it might not feel good.
No, you can't spend it.
That flesh equity, it's, it's just constantly being depleted.
Well, what happens when the
novelty? Millionaire in flesh.
What happens when the novelty wear off of it, though, man? When something a little younger, more firmer, tighter, roll up on the scene. What you up to? What's up? What's up?
Right.
What's up?
Hopefully you can get on them 40s clubs. Like, it's rough, man. It's rough. Like, even for there are no real big jazz musicians anymore, But, like, the ones that are, like, the biggest ones that are out there, like...
Well, they commercial now, man. And they have to do commercial stuff to survive because jazz is a art form of the past.
Right.
And people are trying to rediscover it. And the only reason they're trying to rediscover it is to obliterate rap.
But that's not going to happen.
Well, if what's his name get in it, Will?
Who?
Trump.
Trump doesn't even want to win, man. I think that's...
Remember I told you if he do win, he going to do it for 3 years or so and
Right.
say, you people are stupid. How can you elect me? I'm the biggest fool.
Right. Yeah. Like, Trump doesn't even want to win, man. And that's why he just...
You don't want that responsibility.
Right.
You gotta, you can't walk up and punch nobody.
Right.
You president, you can't say go nuke him. You can't, what? You threatened me.
Yeah.
They'll nuke us so quick.
Right, man. You're right, but like, that's the thing, man. Like, all of his bad decisions is like, look, he's not trying to win.
Man.
He's trying to make sure that he loses.
Man, you know what? This is the biggest publicity, all this publicity.
Right.
And see, all that money he spent on the campaign, he can write that off if he spent his own money. Okay? So he going to come out with a new show. How I Ran for President by Donald Trump.
Right. Or maybe he's trying to get, him and his partners are trying to get over into Iran. Or maybe they're trying to get some contracts in Saudi Arabia. Or maybe they're trying to get some contracts in Russia. You know?
No.
Like, who else better to get the deal? Who else better to broker the deal than Donald Trump, who has ran for president, who all of these territories know? Like, you figure, man, Donald Trump is the most famous person in the world right now.
Next to Hillary Clinton, Obama.
Right, but see, people don't care about Hillary. Like, you think if you're in another country, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you have Donald Trump and then you have this woman, but you don't know her name. If you're in another country, you don't know her name, right? You know Obama because he's black. He was like the first black president, right? So you know his name, and it's close to a name close to yours. No matter where you are in the world, other than America, you know, it's like, all right, Obama sounds like something, you know, like Barack Hussein Obama sounds like something that could be in any part of the world.
Yep.
You know, but I promise you, man, every country. They know Donald Trump. They do not. Every country does not know Hillary Clinton.
Nope.
You know, like he's like, you know, like you said, man, his publicity is through the roof, and he's either going to get a show, he's going to get something. Like he's going to turn these lemons into really good, juicy down south lemonade.
Yep, fresh.
Half and half. Like look. People watch because he doesn't want to be the president. Like, why? Why be locked in that long? Have your finances, even if you hand them over to somebody else, it's still not growing as much as it would grow
under your leadership.
Right.
But see, like Halliburton, when Dick Cheney was the vice president, they got no bid contracts, bro.
Right.
All the food, all the bandages, everything, man. They was just pimping, big time pimping. Well, this is a war. We can suspend the bid process. No.
Yeah, man. But you know, like, yeah, dude is definitely gonna come up.
I don't know. I mean, not to be honest, unless he says get the N-words, nothing really going to affect or change how we're being treated anyway.
Right.
It's going to be a few more incidents, but that's going to stop. That's going to stop, man.
Yeah.
See, we need to get rich and go and get our own little island, man, someplace.
He said,
no,
somewhere close.
No, man, no. Down in the Caribbean someplace.
Yeah, you know, look, he said the Caribbean days are like Caribbean nights.
Man, I was watching this thing, and it's about this guy. He was talking about how he retired. He's making thousands of dollars a day just with his laptop. Now, if I can recall, a few years ago, it was a scam out like that, and I got to be careful because I think it might be one of them pyramid things again. And, you know, we don't mess around with them pyramid schemes, man.
Nah.
We'll bust them out. So
Right.
we don't want to be affiliated with that stuff because you be affiliated with it. Oh, these guys is hokey dokey.
Right, man. It's like, look, you either in the business of business or you're in the business of scamming, you know, and we're definitely not like, look, you know, our stuff is real. You know, what we sell is to customers. You know, I'm not selling like, all right, your business, okay, look, you buy my stuff, you give me $40 a month, and I'm gonna teach you how to get somebody to give you $40 a month, and the $40 that they give you, you're going to get $10 or $2 or $5, right? So what you want to do is, 5 people who will give you $40, right? So you get them to give you $40, and then when they get people to give them $40, and they get people to give them $40, and before you know it, like, look, man, you just sitting on $1,000 a day from residual income.
I think that's called a pyramid, brother.
I think you're right, Fid.
Oh no.
Right, yeah. We not on that.
We're not on that tip.
Just legit business, honest dollars.
Give you a product that you can use.
Right. That we have spent time making sure that it's the best product.
Developing.
Right. Like, look, you guys, you got a deal. This is grade A quality, high quality. Not just some fluff that we can put together and
give me some money.
Right.
Or get up my face.
Right. So that's what you get when you deal with us. Like,
whoa.
Look, you're getting real business.
Trump called Condoleezza the B word. Her response was perfect. Now, she's a Republican. Right. You know Condoleezza Rice.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy don't want to win. He
didn't call it. What was that, like, when they was on the show or something? He didn't say that recently. Like, nah.
Well, back in former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice has a response to a recent resurfaced story from 2006 in which current Republican President nominee Donald Trump called her a B word during a speech. I mean, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
I tell y'all what, y'all better get y'all draft cards ready then, because you mothers and fathers, y'all gonna be sending y'all son to war because his sons ain't going.
Right.
His sons ain't going, so think about that. How's he going to secure the wealth from other countries? And Russia ain't playing. Russia want to check us out, see how strong we are.
Yeah. yeah, man. Like, dude, this.
But see, Russia don't know. We got some stuff that don't nobody know about.
Yeah. Like the American people don't even know.
Yep.
Like, look, we got secrecy on lock.
Yep. We got some stuff that will knock your socks off. It'll turn you a pulpy mess.
Man.
They got sound weapons, man, that'll destroy you.
Yeah, I know, man. That's crazy. And they got like this, I guess it's like some type of poison, and it's a gun that they shoot you with, but the bullet is so small that you can't even tell that you was even shot. You'll feel it, like you'll feel like that little sting, and then eventually, the poison will get in and mess you up, but then it's real untraceable.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like, look, you better watch out. You better not.
Be careful what y'all pray for, because you might get it. What they gonna do if he get elected, man? And even if he quit in the middle of the term,
right,
his vice president takes over.
Yeah.
So his vice president's a loser too. Donald Trump ain't gonna pick nobody for as strong as character as him.
Yeah, but see, I don't think, man, this was just a deal. Like, look, we need to shake things up, right? We need somebody because no one was going to beat Hillary.
Well, maybe Hillary hired him.
Like, nah, no one was going to beat Hillary, So this just sets it up for the next election. You got players who are ready to
Nobody gonna beat her, man.
for the next. Yeah, she's not gonna get 2 terms.
You don't think so?
Nah.
So you hear it here first. Bo knows. And Bo says that she only get 1 term.
Right. When was the last time?
Unless she gets indicted while she's in office.
Right. Now, who was the last president to only do 1 term? Was it
Papa
Jimmy?
Bush
Oh, Papa Bush only got 1?
Only
and
got 1.
Bill Clinton
stomped on
dethroned him.
Dethroned him.
Oh, all right. Because Papa Bush came after Reagan for 1 term.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bill came in, boom, boom, with the 2-piece. And then Bill got 2. And then Lil Bush got in and got 2.
He humbled in on the second one.
Yeah, so Lil Bush came in. Was Al Gore going up against him in the second term?
I believe so.
No, all right.
I can't remember, man. You try to put bad things out your mind.
Right.
Bad experiences out your mind.
Right.
But again, it's we the poor people don't have anything to do with this.
Right.
This is for them people up there in a six figure digit area
Right.
who benefits from who the president is.
Right, man. You're right. Like, we don't see, like, it's not like we're going to feel it like, oh, man, I can feel that Hillary is the president. Like, nah. But, nobody was going to beat Hillary, man. Just because, like, it's the first woman president. That's hard to beat.
Yeah, that's history.
Right.
Back-to-back history. First black president.
Right.
First.
Followed up with the first
Shit, I don't know, man.
female president.
As strong as Obama's wife orates, shoot, man, she could make a run.
She could run for it in a couple years.
Yeah, she don't want that though, man.
That would be crazy if Michelle Obama became the president of the United States.
Well, you know what though? After Hillary do her thing, the only other Democrat out there would be strong enough would be her. Cause if she got 2 terms, cause Bernie ain't gonna live too much.
Right. See, man, like Bernie, like the people really wanted Bernie to win. Like real people really wanted Bernie to win, but rich people wanted Hillary. You feel me? So
Yeah.
it's like you see nothing but proof that people wanted Bernie to win. Like just regular everyday, you just out and about. It's like they was just rooting for Bernie.
Well, and Bernie bitter too, man. If you look at his face, he's got a permanent scowl on his face now.
Yo, he's like, look, man, because he knows.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got robbed.
Right, he got robbed. Look.
Stole my tricks or treat.
Yeah, look, man, Bernie.
You ever have your trick or treat bag snatched, Bo?
Nah, we snatch a lot of bags.
So you know how they feel.
Yeah.
They took my trick or treat.
Yeah,
man.
man.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what's going to happen. It'll be over in 3 weeks.
Yep, that's it, huh?
Yep, 3 weeks. November 8th. Wow. Yep, it'll be all over.
Hillary will be our new president.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Anything could happen. I'm just telling you, bro. Don't.
Right.
Anything could happen. He
Yeah.
he may even stage an attack.
Oh.
Obama might even have to stay in office an extra term.
Oh, all right.
Now
Now that could happen. Has that happened in history before?
I mean, FDR did 4 terms.
Right, I know. Now after him, did they make a rule or
2 terms. That's where the 2 terms come from.
was it after? Because after he went,
Yeah.
he did 4.
Yeah.
He was like, man,
Well, he died in office.
Right.
So
He was like, man, he's just gonna be in here forever.
Well,
we don't want like a Fidel Castro.
well, he was a dictator, man.
FDR.
He was the president, but if you stay in there that long, you stay in there 12 years, you own it.
Right. Man, 12 years, the president. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look him up, man, because like I really don't know too much about him. Just like the small stuff. But for him to be in there for 12 years, like he must have been doing something. You know,
the country was in a state of chaos, and then, Hoover, who was the president at the time, who was a Republican, said, "Well, let them pull themselves up by their bootstraps." But see, like you keep saying, it's a tragedy if you don't make money off a tragedy. And yeah, it was tragic that the economy collapsed. And where did all that money go? It just didn't fall into some hole someplace. Yeah. It was sucked up. Yeah. See, people don't get it. It don't go out into cyberspace. It get consumed.
You said, nah,
it's like a corporate raid, man. Every so often, they got a raid. They gotta come out and take money from the poor people. You guys are getting too much. Look at those monkeys over there. They got all that money. They don't deserve it. Let's take it from them. That's what they do, man. Yeah. It's not by accident. You get new millionaires. Okay, man. We got to fill our coffers, man. It's like privateers, pirates and stuff, man. Yeah. That's all it is, man. And Federal Reserve Bank. That's not real. That's not the federal government. That's a conglomeration of banks, private banks, who loan money to the government.
Right.
So it's not. They print the money. They say, okay, this is how much we need to print.
Right. Now, are these Americans?
Well, not necessarily. That's the interesting part. I'm glad you said that, because Schwarzschild or whoever one of them guys' name was. Mm-hmm. I mean, can he be excluded? Could have been German.
Right.
Could have been whatever. But we don't know who's running, who controls those banks. The Rothschilds, maybe so. I don't know. I mean,
and the government is under that. The government is under those private banks.
No, our money is.
Okay.
And two people, actually it was three, but he fought off attacker. Jefferson, he tried to take back the printing of money from banks. He fought off his attacker. I think he shot him and then he beat him with his cane, but he didn't die. Lincoln, he wanted to issue the greenback after the end of the Civil War. As soon as he started printing them, they killed him. And Kennedy did the same thing.
Oh, wow.
They killed him. Executive Order 10, something, whatever it was. The day after he died, Johnson rescinded that executive order.
Wow.
That was his job. This is what you got to do.
Like, look,
okay,
man,
listen. We talking billions of dollars,
right,
man.
Right. Look,
okay.
Don't let you play without money.
No, if somebody said, I give you $1 billion, you go over and kill every motherfucking body in that building. You do it.
Nah.
Yes, you would. You gonna get caught, but you go over there and do it. Where my money?
Right. He said $1 billion. You can just clean out that whole building.
Clean that building out.
Man.
Get your little piece first, but.
Oh man.
Shoot.
I'm going over. I got this chicken dinner.
he be packing, don't he?
Yeah.
Pac-Man.
Look, I'm hitting them Gucci drops.
Drop them pennies.
Yeah.
Drop them pennies. I'll take them home and wash them if you want me to.
Right. Drop them pennies. I'll clean them for you.
He's a professional student.
Eternal. Yeah. He's an eternal. Like, I must carry these chains forever. Oh, man. Yeah, man. But, yeah, I mean, you're right. Money, like, you talking about big money, and you talking about trillions of dollars.
You shoot, man.
I mean, I can't even imagine what that even looks like. Like if you're a part of that organization,
that group. It's mind-boggling, And the unfortunate thing is you've walked beside them at least once in your life, somebody of that caliber, and didn't even recognize it. Because it ain't about being flamboyant. See, Trump is an embarrassment to rich people. Because he flaunts his.
Like Gotti.
Well, Gotti was. No, there's a difference. Gotti was just Gotti.
Yeah, but he was flaunting the gangster life, you know.
Okay, but that's what took him down. His own boys ratted him out.
Right, but see, and that's like, you know, like Trump is flaunting, you know, like his billionaire status.
But see, Trump will not pay his contractors. He builds a building, he don't pay them. He files bankruptcy on them.
Man.
Okay?
I mean, how many times can you file bankruptcy?
You can do that as many times as you want, man. As many times you can become a millionaire, you can do it. Because remember, as we said, once you learn how to make $1 million, you know how to make $1 million.
Right.
Okay, once you learn how to read scales, you might lose the book that taught you how to read them, but you still know how to read them scales.
You still know how to read scales.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I like that. He said you might have lost the book that showed you, but you
got
still know how to read scales.
Yeah.
He said, look.
That's what it's about, man. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Right now, life is too short and too precious to be get hemmed up. It's about making money. It's so many people out on this. You don't have to get a lot of money from one or two people.
Mm-hmm.
It's millions of people out there who want what you have. It's just how you present it to them.
Right.
Okay? You know, just so you know, most of the musicians who are teaching bass in this country are not Americans, man. The big ones,
Yeah.
they're Europeans. They making money hand over fist. And they really ain't teaching you nothing. They showing you some licks, but they not showing you the rooted part of it that we be talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right, man.
You see, if I teach you a lick, teach a man a lick, and he can play a tune. Teach a man how to make a lick, how to create a lick, and he make music.
Right. Right, man.
Okay?
And you figure their philosophy is like, look.
I'm going to string this motherfucker along.
Right, nah, it's like this, man. It's like, all right, you teach a man to fish, right? You give a man a fish,
he eats for a day.
Right?
Teach a man to fish.
You teach a man to fish, he eats for life.
I just said that,
but, nah, we're going to flip that. We're going to flip it. You tell a man to fish in a lake with no fish, and he'll be there until he dies.
You teach him how to fish, but ain't no fish in there, he gonna starve. That's a good one. I like that, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
You know, that's what they doing. Like,
yeah,
man.
That's what the musicians are. That's what all of them are doing. They not giving you. Well, this is how I do it. Okay, but these guys were classically trained. Yana Gustavus was classically trained. He played the classic guitar, so it's just a shift over to the bass. It's no big deal for him.
Yeah.
Okay. There's other guy named Scott, whatever his name, Scott Devine. He took lessons from everybody in the world. He'd fly to New York from England to take a week worth of lessons from somebody. Okay. So, and they wasn't teaching him licks.
Right.
Okay. So you watch what they're doing. Ain't nobody teaching you scales and how to derive your chords from scales. Ain't nobody teaching you that.
Right, they're not. They're not teaching how to build a 2-note pattern and play it throughout a progression and learn how to switch it out.
They're not doing it.
Add variety.
They're not
you know
doing
what I'm
it.
saying? Like, nah, man, they're not teaching you.
One person did that, and that was John Patitucci. And don't nobody follow him because technically you can't understand it until you get thoroughly immersed in it. Most people are afraid. They don't understand what the modes are. Oh, man, that's hard, man. Man, I don't understand that. Well, that's the secret, man. That's the whole secret.
Right.
It's not hard. You got 8 notes, and you interchange them all 8.
Right.
I could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2.
Right.
I just did the modes. That's just how simple it is.
Right, man.
Okay? Oops. All you motherfuckers that's listening, y'all got to send us a quarter. But that's all it is, man. And then you go every other note, starting on first one. 1, 3, 5, 7. Wow. That's not hard at all.
Right, man. But that's what it is, man. Like, now that knowledge is readily available, it's like, okay, I'm going to teach you how to fish, but then I'm going to lead you to a lake with no fish.
Yep. Or I ain't going to tell you my one secret that when I'm fishing, I pour blood in the water and it attracts the fish.
Right.
That's my secret.
Right. I'm not sharing that with you.
No. And see, that's what they do. They pour blood in the water. Those great fishermen who got them little secrets, they ain't gonna let you see that, pour that little pouch of blood in that water.
Right. Yeah. So
see,
you go up there and you just like you got your little bait. You got
your rubber bait, your fake bait,
right?
Your sinkers. You found your quiet spot. I'm using the same spot he used. How come I can't catch? Because he baiting the water with blood, dumbass. It's like sharks. They smell blood, they come around.
Right.
Fish are the same way. You pour some blood in the water. Oops. I'm telling somebody's secret, man.
Fish dropping secrets.
Dropping secrets.
Man.
Yeah, man. It's nothing magical about any of that stuff, you know.
Right.
Shoot. You know, if you know your history and you understand a few things, all you got to do is practice it. What we were just talking about in the circle of fifths or fourths or cycles, whatever you want to call it, they're both interrelated. And what's his name? Pythagorean. He broke it down because they used to be called bands back then. Well, a band was a cult, okay? And the only way you can play in that band or that cult was you had to become a devotee.
No, all right.
Okay? So you had to dedicate your life to that band. You would start off as an apprentice. You know, everybody got to fuck the apprentice after the gig. That was your initiation.
Man, that flesh equity.
They still do it. To this day, you got to give up some flesh to learn what they want, what they got. Right. And what it was like secret. And what Pythagorean did was he broke it down and he made, like one band, their C may be a C sharp. Another band, their B may be a B. Their C may be a B.
Right. So
he unified it. He made, okay, through science, he said this is a B, this is a C, this is the frequency it has. He just broke it down, man.
Yeah, like, look.
And then
he is now 440.
Yeah, which is sad because it used to be 432, which is closer to the natural harmonics of our body. Mm-hmm. So when I practice and I'm learning, I put it in 432.
Okay.
And when I got it down pat, then I switch back up to 440.
Okay.
My tuning back up to 440. Okay. That's one of my secrets of how when I'm practicing, I feel it better. You can feel it better. It wasn't until the Germans are the ones who took it up to 440.
Okay.
And those were the horn makers because the horns never die. Okay, so they had to make some changes. Let's saxophone, the B flat saxophone used to be different key. So,
right.
But yeah, man. I mean, you have to seek knowledge. It's out there. You have to seek it. If you don't seek it, who is it? Knowledge. It ain't gonna come knocking on your door.
Man,
I don't want any. I don't want any.
Man, go on to the next door.
Go on, get your own go.
We don't want no knowledge.
I want to be ignorant, but I want to play.
Right.
Everybody want that easy path, man. That easy path. But you got to put that work in. You got to stay on that grind.
Oh, man, this past...
Right now, we getting soft, man, doing this thing. While other people are practicing, we up here getting soft, man.
Yeah, but hey, it's all right, man. Because Whose gold feeds your family? You know, is it their gold or is it your gold?
Theirs.
He said their gold is feeding my family.
Yeah.
You know,
Because I got to make some more.
right?
I got to get on my grind. I got 2 grinds, man. My music and my lutery, making guitars and selling them, man.
Yeah.
Man, I've been doing this since I was 12, bro. That's a long time, man.
Putting them together.
Yep.
Taking them apart, fixing them, making them better.
Yep. Understanding, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Those 3 go hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which makes a wise man. A wise man must have all 3 of those attributes to be considered a wise man. Elsewise, he's a pretender.
You said a pretender?
A pretender. You know, you have to be wise enough to understand, have enough knowledge, have enough wisdom to have knowledge and understanding, and when to use it, when to keep your mouth shut, when to do this, when to do that. It's all. Right now, I got to re-up mine, because you know, here's the thing: your wisdom develops so much, there's no one you can turn to except to God.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes God ain't trying to hear what you're asking for, but trying to hear what you're saying.
Right.
So you got to go ahead and use the wisdom and knowledge and understanding that you have to better yourself as well as your family.
Right.
Refreshing. Yeah, man, it's complex, man. People be thinking they smart and stuff, and you know, when I'm gonna get a little religious right here.
All right, go ahead, man. Drop it.
I was some churches test you for your gifts. My gift is the gift of prophecy. Okay, we all have special gifts. Well, my gift is the gift of prophecy.
What does that mean?
Prophecy, to foresee things. Okay? But I don't believe I'm a prophet. I believe I'm an extrapolator. Okay? An extrapolator, to extrapolate is to have facts. There's what you call interpolation. Mm-hmm. So you have 2 numbers. You have a number 35 and a number 30.
All right.
So between those, you can interpolate what the next number is, what the middle is going to be. So you got 35 and you got 30. If you interpolate, the middle number is going to be 35. It's going to be 32.5.
All right.
And the quarter number is going to be 31 point whatever. And the one to the other side, but how do you extrapolate? Well, you know from here, between 35 and 30, what the next sequence is going to be. Okay? So by that, you can extrapolate out and know what the number after 35 is going to be, which would be 37 point something or something like that.
Right.
So basically, I'm not a prophet. I think I have the ability to extrapolate.
All right. So you can look at information.
Yep.
From two points.
Uh-huh.
And then look to see, okay, what's going to follow in between those 2 points and what's going to come after those 2 points.
What can potentially come after those?
What came before it, and then you can find it and
right.
be like, well, here it is.
Well, it's like history. If you read the Bible, there are reoccurring events, because most people don't read the Bible back to back, page to front page to back page. They don't. They sit and wait for somebody to preach it to them.
Right.
And everybody loves the Old Testament. Okay, the Old Testament is founded on. I don't follow the Old Testament. I follow New Testament. Well, Junior, guess what? Christ knew the Old Testament in and out. Okay, so that's what he followed.
Right.
the New Testament was just, he didn't change the Old Testament. He changed it by eliminating the sacrificing that people were doing. So he sacrificed himself for the good of mankind,
Right.
and not in the limit.
First you had to sacrifice a goat, then you had
goat.
to sacrifice your son.
Yeah, and they got into sacrificing kids and worshiping Baal and they start sacrificing each other's kids and eating each other's kids.
It was a sacrifice and everything.
They just turned paganistic, man. So
in the name of God. Jesus ain't like
no,
that.
Baal not God.
So they wasn't sacrificing for God.
No. Here's what happened. If you remember in the Bible, it continuously says, do not marry a woman outside of your religion or race, whatever it was. Okay? Because all the people were the same back then. It was all Semitic.
All right.
Okay? So to marry somebody outside of your religion, meaning that as a king, I would have 5 wives.
Right.
And each one of them might have come from a different country, a different land, because, you married for alliances and to keep peaces and stuff, to keep the peace. Well, each woman, she would have her own household. They didn't all live in the same house. You can't have a bunch of women living in the same household together, sleeping with the same man. It don't work. They cordial away when they're with him, but they be cutting each other apart.
Right.
So that woman, her son could potentially ascend to the throne, but she brought her paganistic ways with her. So if she worshiped Baal, she had these little secret things where she'd take her son out someplace and have altars and stuff and taught him how to worship Baal. So when he ascended to the throne, he brought his habits with him.
Right.
And that's why they would have trouble and fall, trouble and strife every time.
All right.
So what I'm leading to is that you have to stay focused on what you're being taught as opposed to what you want to have. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's the whole thing, man. So back to the extrapolation. You can see events. Yep. And okay, if a king ascends who was the child of a foreigner, it's gonna happen again.
Right.
And okay, you get a Republican in office, something tragic happens. It's a tragedy.
Yeah.
If you don't profit off of a tragedy.
Right. The real tragedy is if nobody profits off of a tragedy. Yeah, like that's the real tragedy.
That's the real tragedy.
Right.
I like that one, man. Thanks. I'm gonna steal that one. I'm just gonna tell you.
He said, "Look, I like that one."
Yeah, but I went around the horn to try to make a point.
Right.
But it's predictable. It's predictable. Like I say, I'm an extrapolator. I can look at situations, knowing from past experience what I've gone through, and seeing stuff and seeing nuances from individuals.
Right. Now, how does the church, because if they're looking for, what gifts people have, so how do they not like that or what?
Well, no. Each person have their own gifts. There might maybe 5 or 6 gifts that 5 or 6 different people had. They just want to see what your contribution to the community of the church would be. Mm-hmm. So, some people have the gift of fellowship. Some people have the gift of donating. Do you like to donate money? You like to give fools your money? No, man, that's my money. I work hard for my money.
You like to give fools your money?
Hey, boo-boo.
That's a gift.
Hey, boo-boo. Go steal that picnic basket and bring it back to me so that I may eat it. Yogi. Okay, Yogi.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I think... I used to always wonder, what's my gift,
Well, you have the entrepreneurial spirit, man.
Oh, okay.
You do. You sometimes you allow yourself to get sidetracked, like going to tournaments and shit. that nobody can reach your ass and you don't return their calls. You got to stay focused. You can only serve one master.
Right.
Okay. When you get that, tread lightly, young man. Tread lightly.
Right.
Okay. Stay focused. When you get to that magic plateau,
yeah,
then you can have them come to your house and train you.
Right.
You ain't got to go to their gig. They come to you.
Right.
And they bring a few people with them. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I told you don't bring this motherfucker over my house no more.
So you get to a plateau, man. They come to you to train.
Yeah, man.
Train at your house.
Sly Stone was into martial arts. You think he went to their thing? They came to him.
Right.
Okay. Lou Cinder. He took lessons from Bruce Lee.
No.
Kareem Jabbar.
Oh, did he take some from him too?
Yeah, he took him from Bruce Lee. You ain't never seen him in that big old jumpsuit fighting Bruce Lee?
Yeah.
He took lessons from him. That was one of his students.
Was he any good?
I tell you what, you asked a couple of guys on that basketball court who he knocked out. Pap.
Yeah, he said, "Look, man, Jabbar was in there, pow."
Yep.
He said, pow, like, ugh.
Swat.
Yeah, man. Horse.
Knock him down. Horse.
Yeah, he said, that's why you hit down. Horse.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, the truth is,
But see, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I've always been optimistic. I don't know I don't know how much of an entrepreneur I was.
let me say this.
I don't know.
You're naive,
All right.
which is good. You know why? Because you don't know what you can't do. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
When nobody told you what you can't do. Okay? Take your little black ass back over there and sit down someplace and quit trying to become a rich man. Ain't nobody told you otherwise.
Right.
So you that's all you know now. Okay?
Right.
Okay? Me, I always stayed on the conservative side. You know, I got this gig. I got to make sure I keep money coming in the house. So I'm gonna become a slave to this job to take care of my family, as opposed to stepping off and taking that risk, man.
Yeah.
Stepping off and taking that risk. Sometimes that's what you have to do, man.
Right. Man, but I just see you as like, it's like just a true mathematician, man. Just like know all of the variables, know all of the,
But
like,
that's where the extrapolation comes from.
okay.
Okay, knowing the variables and predicting.
Right.
Okay, knowing the variables, understanding you got to listen to key things people say. To somebody tell you who they are, believe them.
He said, believe him.
Okay, if they tell you I'm a fool, I believe you.
He said, okay.
If they show you through their actions, believe them.
Right.
Okay, and my favorite passage from the Bible is James 3:16. Where envy and strife is, there's confusion and every evil at work. So when you doing well, and people are opposing you for no reason, people are hating on you for no reason, just invoke James 3:16, man.
Right.
Seriously, it works. Okay.
Right. Yeah, man. Because like I feel like every once in a while, man, like my bosses be, they'll like they'll be coming at me sideways, and I just try to just stay out the way,
But you can't, because you're a big impediment. And see, you're becoming prominent and you're becoming successful. You're bringing ideas with you. You're stepping out of your place.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And see, my mama never taught me my place, and they didn't have your place 101 in college or engineering, so I never learned my place.
Yeah, I like that. He said they didn't have your place 101.
And so, I ain't scared of nobody. The worst thing an employer could do to you is fire you. That's the absolute worst thing they can do to you is fire you.
Right.
Separate you from your situation. That's it. Now, how do you react to that? I was looking for a job when I found this one.
Right.
Oh, I was waiting. Sure did take you a long time to get to it. You know, it's devastating the first time it happens to you. Mm-hmm. But, you know, if you got some halfway skills,
you'll bounce back.
There's some things you could do. Look, a man a man who's about his business, if he, I'm not averse to washing toilets, cleaning toilets, man.
Right.
Because I got to take care of mine, period. Okay? I'm going to do whatever I have to legally to take care of mine, period. Ain't no shame in taking care of your family. I've been to the top, and I've been to the rock bottom. Yeah. So I know both of them. I know both. I know both of those imposters.
Yeah.
Okay?
I know them well.
It ain't no big thing.
Yeah.
It costs to be the boss. Haven't you noticed how all those once they get up on top, they become rigid? You're gonna do it this way. You know, Prince did his things this way. All the artists, they do things this way. Michael Jackson had certain ways he wanted things done. He wanted certain. It was for a reason, man. You know, so you got to get on track, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
You got. You know, it's great to share knowledge, but you ever fly on an airplane?
Yeah.
What do they tell you?
For when? Like when it's time to...
When
in case of emergency?
If the air mask drop down...
Oh, yeah. Secure your mask.
Before you help somebody else.
Before you help somebody.
Okay. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, right. And that's what...
That's what we talking about.
Right.
That's
right, man. Look. And that's what I'm on. You know, people like that's close to you, like they don't understand that. And they see it as a negative.
No, they see it as a threat.
Right.
James 3:16. Okay? They see you progressing. So, like, remember the guy you told me about who used to play the trumpet, who put a rag over his hand so nobody can see his fingering? Well, you dummy, they can hear your notes. A good trained ear can tell you everything you did.
Right. Yeah. But I guess how to get there, because you can...
Well,
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe you can
you
play different notes. You know what I mean?
A trumpet player, but I'm a pianist. I know what you played.
Right. Right. But other trumpet players, to get from here to here to here, if there's so many different ways that you can do it.
But they play in patterns, so
right. So he was, I guess he was thinking like, look,
they can't get this.
Right.
But they can.
Like let's say they take the long way, but then they're not gonna want to do it. Like if they're, if it's the hard, he has the easiest way where he's just doing, he don't want you to see that. He wants you to think that it's like.
Well, they used to have horns that didn't have valves. So the valves make it easier.
Right.
So, but there used to be horns that you take it. Bugle don't have valves on it.
Oh, all right. You just had to.
It's just that lip.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Yeah. He said, look, there's no valves.
No valves. Damn, that's our thing. No valves, man. Too bad we ain't trumpet players.
Right.
No valves, man.
No valves.
Ain't no easy shortcuts for what we doing.
Right.
You got to take the hard
He said the hard way.
I'm telling you, no valves.
Right. Because when you on that hard road, when you look back, there's maybe one or two other people out there. It's not a busy street like you in Manhattan, just
no, man.
People just
see. Everybody's not willing to put that grind in, man.
Not like New York.
They ain't willing to put. They looking for handouts. They want you to front them. That's where that skin game come in. Yeah. If you don't need nothing from between the two of us, we got all the skills we need to be successful, man.
Right.
Okay.
Right. You're right, man.
We don't owe anybody anything right now. Except our people who hold our house mortgage.
Right.
But yeah, man. it's a journey, and it's a grind, and it may take longer than you expect it to, but you got to stay on your grind.
Right.
Because one day you might get that call.
Right.
It's like there's one guy. He was a boxer. I forget who it was. He got a shot at the heavyweight title because the other guy had to cancel out. Well, they sold the ticket, so they had to be a fight.
Did he win?
Yeah, he won. But he stayed. He kept on his grind. He stayed in shape all the time.
Yeah.
Some guys don't stay in shape. They gain 15, 20 pounds. Then they had to take Epsom salt.
Yeah. But, man, there's a lot of fighters like that, you know. A lot of fighters, you know, really just came from really out of nowhere, and they get that title shot, and, you know, some of them won, some of them didn't.
Well, it don't even have to be a title shot. It could be a shot to get a title shot.
Right. You got to be ready.
You got to be ready, man. So, for us, we got to stay on our grind, and keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm telling you, man, it's not tough out there because everybody ain't skilled. It's not tough. You know, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed is king.
Yeah, yeah. See? Fid is quarterback in this whole thing. You know, like, look, man, you guys, if I was you and I was trying to come up, like, I would be going after Fid. Look, Fid, look, man.
I need to be quiet. I'm getting too much, man.
Nah, you don't need to be quiet, but I'm just saying, like, look, man, like, people, they sleep on, like, you know, look, they don't know what is the driving factor, what's the force, man, you know, because I just listen to you. You like, look, all right, go down there and make a right. I go down there and make a right. You feel me? Like, that's all. And people get to see, like, come and see, you know? Like, look, man. So.
Yeah, man, I mean.
You know? Like, look, man, you got mathematician Fid out here, you know, letting you know the variables.
Yeah.
Like.
I mean.
That's just like my skills, man. My piano skills came up.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, that's the truth.
It's like it's difficult when you don't have a knowledge. You know, you don't have a working knowledge. When you need something from somebody else that you got to pay them for it. Okay? What do we got to pay somebody for? If we want to start producing records, we got all the recording equipment we need, man. Right. All we do is do 5 different tracks, bring it together. We got it.
Right. No matter what it is.
We got graphics.
Right. Got video.
We got video still.
Yeah.
We got everything. And no, we don't do production. We have people trying to peep what we use.
Right.
Man, let me take a picture of that.
Yeah. He said, man.
Yeah, man. But I did get one off of you though, man. My nice mic.
Oh yeah, man. Look, that mic.
That mic.
That mic.
If y'all don't know, you better ask somebody.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys, like.
See, I'm gonna sound much better than Bo tonight.
Yeah.
Because he left his mic at home.
Right. So yeah, Fid definitely gonna stand out, you know.
Yeah, man, that's what it's about, man. It's about, you know, if you have a dream or a desire, before you get too old, try it. For real. I mean, you know, and the most important thing is to have a supportive mate, man. Because they're the one who drag you down, man.
Right.
You know, they'll pull the carpet from under you.
Right, man. I was trying to tell, you know, a couple people, like, yo, man, that, you know, that's an issue, man. Like, I did a pic, a meme on Instagram where I have Chucky and the boy and his friend Andy, you know, from Child's Play.
Right.
And the guy, I think on there I was like, don't laugh at me, because y'all sleeping with a dream killer too. Like,
yo, wow, yo.
You know, like, yo.
What you say, they'll spoil a wet dream?
Man.
What
like,
you smiling for?
Right.
What you doing?
You know? Like, look, man.
Shoot, man, I don't even want to talk about my...
No, and that's not, you know, trying to get in on nobody, but I'm just
saying.
I'm
just talking about, I ain't trying to tell my horror story, man.
Yeah. It's
my
like,
Chucky story.
Yeah, it's like, don't be like me and sleep with a dream killer, and then it, you know, so it's like, yo, man, a lot of these spouses, man, be killing dreams. Like,
man, they'll kill it in a minute, and be right there when you get on. Well, they want that. They want to share in that, man. Yeah. It was this. Here's a story I can tell you. This one lady, she divorced her husband, man. She took everything from him. She got child support, alimony. She took the new car, left him with an old beater. So he's just out there, you know. Then he won the lottery when it first came out back then, maybe $3 million. Old girl was trying to take him to court to get some of that.
Yeah. But
we've been divorced. That divorce was finalized. You ain't entitled to nothing after you're gone.
She wanted that money.
She wanted that money.
Yeah.
So
she want that money.
The money.
The money.
The money.
The monies, my friend.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's 6-4.
But
8.
So what happens is, eventually you become wise, whether you're male or female, and then it comes a point where you have very few people you can consult with, you can share your problems with, or you can get advice. So eventually you get to the point to where you get more wiser than old people, because ain't nothing worse in the world than an old fool. Okay? Ain't nothing worse than an old fool. And some old fools think they're wise. Just because you old don't mean you wise. Okay, yeah, you've been to prison. You know I can't do no more robberies no more. Son, don't go to jail. That's all I can tell you. Okay, that don't make them wise.
Right.
That means they learn from their mistakes. But only person I can consult with now, man, is God, man. I'm for real. And I can't trust nobody else's judgment, because when you make a decision, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It affects everybody, not just you. It affects your whole household. Your kid. If you're the man in the household, all it takes is one bad mistake, man, and your household is destroyed.
Right.
So you have to learn to be wise. You have to make wise decisions and choices. And the only way you can make wise decisions is based on wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay? And they're not the three of my three separate entities. Mm-hmm. Even though people think they're the same, they're not. They're part of the same. See my hand? But I got 5 fingers on it to make my hand. Right. Okay? My pinky, my ring finger, my fuck you finger, my index finger, and my thumb.
It comes together.
It comes together and make a fist.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but you know, it gets to where, you know, you're talking and nobody wants to listen to you. And it's frustrating because people don't want to deal with challenges. You know, they want to, well, I ain't going to deal with this, so forget it. You know, no, figure out how you're going to resolve it. You know, I got to pay this mortgage. Okay, how am I going to do it? Well, just let it go. Just let them foreclose on it. No. That don't work.
Right.
Because now you screwed yourself for 7 years. And your credit shot. Well, let me go out and rob a bank. Oh, no, because now you've committed a felony.
Right.
Now you can't get since as a parent you can't get federal grants and loans for your kids for college.
Wow. If you're a felon,
you can't get federal housing. You can't get federal loans, federally backed loans. You can't get anything, man. You become status non grata.
Man.
You know, and these young guys out here getting these felonies. You read one of these applications, what it says. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? Some of them say, have you ever been charged with a felony? Okay?
Yeah.
Because if you've been charged with a felony, you can plead it down to a first degree misdemeanor, depending on what the level of the felony is.
Yeah.
So you guys better be careful. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery, but there's a clause in the 13th Amendment. It said, unless you're a criminal, you can be put into slavery.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's where the chain gangs came from in the South.
Yeah, they was like, look.
So they see some guys, hey man, I need somebody to pick my cotton for me. Go arrest them guys. You vagrant. Come on. You got $50 in your pocket? No, boss, I just got a nickel. Okay, come on. You're vagrant. We arresting you. No, for real.
You're a vagrant.
If you didn't have $50 in your pocket, if I'm not mistaken, they used to not rob you, but they would arrest you.
Right. They would rob you of your life.
Yeah.
Now, how long? Because once you get arrested, then what? You in there?
Well, you get a fine. You get a fine. So how do you pay your fine off?
Oh, you work.
You work.
So you get like a big fine, like
but okay,
like like $50,000
So,
fine.
but every time you get fly, I'm gonna add some time to your sentence.
Wow.
It was really. Do you have Netflix, man?
Yeah.
Do 13 when you get a chance.
Yeah. Let me get it ready now.
You know, 13.
He said you just had to just suck dick, like do whatever it took to get so you wasn't getting any more time.
Well, man, if you acted up, they'd kill you, man. And go up top and type in 13 where it says search.
Mm-hmm.
Put in 13. There you go, right there. See it at the bottom?
Yeah.
Check it out, man.
All right.
Check it out. Talking about the 13th Amendment, man. It freed us unless you're a criminal.
Right. Secrets of the solar system. Yeah, let me get it in there. So 13. Yeah, here it is. So, man, it was just in there.
Man, you know, someone was surprised. I was talking to somebody about the fact that this whole Western Hemisphere was saturated with slavery.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, I just thought it was black people coming from the United States in Jamaica. I'm like, no, Jamaica was a drop-off point.
He said, I just thought it was black people.
Nuh-uh.
Coming from the U.S.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think this was a black person that said that to me, man.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, man, that's
Man, it just wasn't looking good for us.
It's just a different level of oppression and slavery now, man.
Right.
It's still there.
Right, man.
You know.
You're right. Yep. It's just the unspoken oppression.
You see this person right here? I'm not going to say no names.
Where? Which one? Oh, all right. Let me see.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
You met her husband.
Okay. Oh.
Okay?
Wow.
So, that individual,
wow.
she was trying, you know, they're divorced.
All right.
And she's trying to front for a manufacturer. Okay? And I gave her husband one. And I wasn't giving it to him to broadcast, to play it in public. I gave it because I made it for him.
Right.
He said he liked the one I made for somebody else. So why don't you make me one? And I did. You've seen it, remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember.
Well, she freaked, man. She was offended. She was highly offended.
Oh, that you made it?
That I made it for him, and I gave him one to give away to one of his worthy students. Man. So that's when I learned to start invoking James 3:16. Because you never know what someone's motive is.
Right, man.
And you're not trying to understand. You're not trying to compromise with them about what you're doing. Okay? You're not trying to compromise with anybody. As long as what you're doing is not hurting anybody, you don't have to compromise. Because what's your contribution to my process? What's your contribution? What you bring to the table for me?
Right.
How is what I'm doing affecting you? If anything, you should emulate what I'm doing. Ask me what I'm doing. I tell you, it's enough room out there. It's enough.
See.
Come and see. There's enough room out there for everybody.
Right.
You might be able to show me something. I might be able to learn something from you.
Right.
So, but yeah, man. And see, I'm bad at my time, man. I ain't trying to get super big. I want to just do it, make enough to live comfortably.
Right.
Because I'm not trying to compete with Siri. I'm trying to be an alternate for Fender. I'm trying to, if you got a Fender that you need taken care of, I'm going to make that Fender better than all the other Fenders out there.
Right.
Okay? I'm not going to try to outdo Fender. Because you can't. They have 60 years of experience in doing it. Nobody can outdo Fender out there. I don't care. You may sell some. Federo may sell some. Gibson may sell some. Warwick may sell some. But the king is Fender, man.
All right.
King is Fender.
Said the king.
See.
Today.
See, there's some flaws in their system that I'm not going to talk about.
Right.
Because most of the people who make instruments don't know the intricate details of they know how to assemble the parts. They know this part goes here, this part does this part does that, but they don't understand the mechanism or the totality of it. One little simple thing makes a difference. I'll tell you off the air.
Yeah.
One little simple thing, man. And most of the instruments I get, it's that one little simple thing, and I repair them, good as new. Here, take this.
Oh, all right.
Okay, and if you find a person who wants a perfect and pristine instrument, don't compromise on your prices. You know why? Because most likely he's looking to resell it.
Right.
Okay, a musician, if that instrument plays well for him, he gonna take it.
Right.
Okay, I don't care how beat up it is, how scratched up it is.
Yeah.
As long as it's got clarity in the sound.
Man, I was looking at this tenor sax because, man, I've always wanted to play the tenor sax, man. And I just never got around to it. Like in college, I took, I had to take woodwinds and everything in strings class.
Okay.
So I know how to play it. I've had one, and I was going to take it. Like, I was just going to keep it. But
Get you an electronic one, man.
But it was my friend was teaching the class, and I'm not sure if it was his or whose it was. I think it was his, so so
get you an electronic one.
Like, I wasn't going to keep it, but...
Get you one of them little electronic one, man.
But one of my other homies, I tell you off air, he kept his, and he's doing his thing. But yeah, man, that was my big homie's sax, so I wasn't going to keep it, man.
Get you an electronic one, Bo. All you gotta do is keep the batteries up.
Oh nah, man, I want me a.
No, it's the exact same fingering.
Right, yeah.
It's just something to practice with.
Yeah, that's gonna be expensive.
No, it won't. Let me see. Go to eBay.
But yeah, I mean, I've seen some guys with electronic.
Some guys won't play nothing but the electronic ones.
Electronic saxophone. I've seen some cats.
I'd like to see you on vibraphone, man.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm for real.
Lionel Hampton.
No, Bo Miles. And see, it's the exact same as a piano.
Well, the notes are the same, but the feeling is not
No,
the
the
same.
feeling's different, but you're a musician, man. Pick it up. Figure it out.
Now I gotta figure out this piano. This jazz form, like it's coming together, Fid. Like each joint is just. It was a one-cell organism, and then it duplicated itself, became 2, became 4, became 8. Oh, it's getting bigger. 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512. Oh, like, oh. I'm telling you, the form is getting bigger.
Hey, man.
No, the cells are just, you know, like I've been listening to a lot of sales books, right? And their biggest thing, like I've heard this in more than one book, but their thing is if you had a penny during the time of Christ.
They got that out the Bible, man.
If you had a penny during the time of Christ and you let it grow with compound interest, right now you'd be like a trillionaire. You know? Like just that penny just growing through the years, you know?
But what they're saying is you give your money to somebody else and let them pay you interest on your money. It just don't sit in a pot.
Right. Don't bury the money, because they talk about this too. Like, is one man was given.
Well, that's a story from the Bible, man.
Right. One man was given money or given a fish or given whatever, and he traded it or he did something with it, and he brought back maybe 3 times. Another person brought back just 2. You know, he just was able to just double it, right?
And one person just buried it. And
right.
Jesus was mad at him.
Right, another person buried it, you know. So, yeah.
But Lord, I didn't want to waste your money.
Right.
But you're not doing my work.
Right, you know. So, yeah, that's what that's what they are. They're on that, you know. And that's just, boom, just that practicing, that grinding. Like.
But see, now you have to understand, though, those type of, what do they call those groups that they get you involved in, where they prep you up and pep you up and pep talk and everything. You got to pay $2,000 for them seminars.
Yeah. But man, I look at that like you were saying, and I'm not even going to repeat it on air because this is the secret stuff. This is why I tell you guys, like, look, if I was on the other side of this recording, this mic, I would be trying to get with it. I'm not even going to repeat what he told me, but I'm telling you guys, there's some good stuff.
Let me pause it. What did I tell? Okay, we're back.
All right, so
yeah.
You know, the stuff was so good. Even Fid wanted to hear it.
I wanted to hear what I said. I say so much till.
Right, man, and that's the thing. Like,
and you may ask why aren't I rich?
Nah, I don't ask that.
You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. I believe in security. I don't want to take risk for my family. Now that my family's out of the house and everybody's grown, I don't care now.
Right.
You know, It's a whole different ball of wax.
Yeah. I mean, but hey, man, if I was getting that Fed money, I'd be all right too. You know, like, look, I'd be all right if I was getting that Fed money.
But see, there's so much more can be made, man.
Yeah, but still, like, look, man, I'm getting that Fed money. I'm good. Like, look, man. I mean, I'm in a, like, look, it's just, so look, I gotta, and it's like, look, man. One thing that I learned from just this music grind, when I look at other, like when I went to New York and I looked at the older musicians, right? Mm. Because, like, all right, I saw the young guys, right? The young, like, boom, they just coming on the scene.
They grinded, right? they pushing hard.
Right, like I looked at them and then I looked at the older guys and I just was like, yo, because that's your life. Like, that's the future, right?
That's your prophecy.
Right. Like, you look at those older cats, that's gonna be you.
That's gonna be you if you don't get up there. And I'm gonna tell you, it's only so many can be on the top.
Right. And even that, you can only be on the top for, like, you're not gonna be on the top.
So here's the magic question. Here's the magic question. Would you rather be an instant sensation or build a grind of longevity?
Hey, at this point, either one.
Well, see, now, instant success burns out quick.
Right, it does.
It's like a supernova.
Yeah.
It's over just like that.
Yeah, look, man,
one hit.
Give me that one hit, because you're going to work that one hit forever.
Yeah.
You think about it. Like, give me a hit from the 60s. And if
Chubby Checkers is still out there.
Right.
Come on, baby. Let's do the twist.
And everybody like,
come on, baby. Let's do the twist.
Right. He gonna ride it till
he die.
And then after he dies, his kids gonna get
come on, baby. Let's do the twist.
Right. Look, man, give me that one hit.
Yeah, one hit wonder.
Right, give it to me.
He had one. I think he had one more that was almost a hit, but
that was insane. It was like Twist Again. Let's twist again.
Like we did last summer.
It's the same music. Let's twist again. Like we did last year.
Yeah. So.
Oh, let's twist again.
Work.
Yeah. Right.
Work.
He worked that song.
He ride it till he die.
Ride it. Look.
And. Oh, I remember you when I was a little girl.
He said, all right, baby, you about to remember something else about me.
Shoot.
I'm going to give you a little girl. But let's twist. He's like, look.
Shoot. Remember, what's this guy's name? He plays guitar. What is his name? I can't remember.
Ike Turner?
No, Ike Turner. No, Ike Turner was a bad man. He beat the shit out of Tina.
Oh, man.
Not Chubby Checkers, but Chuck Berry.
Oh, all right.
He did a prison stint, man.
Yeah, that's the one who...
Statutory rape.
Yeah. Then when he got out, he married her, or...
I'm not sure.
Well, he married his cousin. I think he married her.
No, you thinking about Jerry Lee Lewis, who married his 12-year-old cousin.
Yeah, he married his cousin.
But Chuck Berry, I think he did like 10 years for statutory rape.
Right. Man.
So you better... That poontang don't mean nothing.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. 10 years. But when he came out, like, he was,
Well, he came out and, like...
That's a long time.
He did this one called My Ding-a-Ling.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Well, that was like his first record after he got out of prison.
Yeah.
So he the 60s, the mid-60s, he's in prison.
He said the mid-60s, he's in prison. Like,
yeah, man.
Pay
y'all taxes if you get rich. Don't let no accountant manage your money. You pay your taxes. You do what you're supposed to do and enjoy your money, and Uncle Sam will leave you alone.
Right.
And all your money is yours.
Don't get mad. Give him Give him that 300,000.
Render unto Caesar what is his.
When you getting that big boy money, give him $1 million. Give him a couple million.
Yeah, he'd be happy.
Give it to him, like
yeah, here, because I'm gonna enjoy mine.
Right. Look, man, here, take $4 million.
But if you're smart, you'll keep track of all your expenditures, and you write it off.
Right.
Because your clothes. See, that's the problem these young rappers have now. How are you going to write off a pair of dirty blue jeans in your taxes as your performance uniform? You know,
they say dip. They wear like $500, $2,000 shirts.
What?
Yeah, so they have a lot of money to write off. You figure like, look,
are they doing it or they just spending the money and not keeping account? Right.
They probably not. You know.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I look, rappers, y'all better come at Fid. You better look, make them a juicy offer. Look, Fid, I give you 10. Look, man, I give you 10 million, Fid. We need you.
Is that cash?
Yeah. Yeah. You know, hey, look, man, them rappers, they coming with that cash.
Okay, it's cash, a golden parachute. Okay, I'm going to give you my best, but if you decide for us to part company, I get to keep it.
Right. That's what is it? Eddie Griffin, he was like, Master P gave him $1 million for his, I guess for one of his first movies or something. I'm not sure if it was Undercover Brother or what. I'm not sure what movie he did, but he was like, you know, Master P gave him $1 million cash.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just like, just boom.
Here, man.
Here's $1 million.
Let's do this movie.
Right.
Okay, so what's my salary? That was my signing bonus.
Right. He said, yeah. So.
That's my signing bonus. Now, what's my money?
Yeah, he said that's my signing bonus. So, what's the budget?
Yeah, what's my money?
Yeah.
I this guy wanted to hire me. This is a frat brother, and they needed an engineer. He's an architect, and see, they don't recognize architects anymore like they used to back in the day. They're not licensed. They have a certification.
No, all right.
Okay, they're not licensed. So anyway, he was a certified accountant working in the construction industry, and his company needed a licensed professional engineer. So last time I worked with him, we worked for this one company. Now he's my frat brother. He halfway sold me out. Okay, he halfway sold me out for himself.
So like what? He was trying to get 60-40,
well,
70-30, throwing you under the bus. What?
Well, back
Without
then
going
he
into too much detail.
Well, he threw me under the bus.
Oh, all right.
Like in the 80s, like 88, 89. 88, he threw me under the bus.
Man.
So I guess about
he was like, nah, man.
2008.
He's the one who messed up your money. Fid messed up the money, man.
So in about 2008, he was with another company, and they needed an engineer. So he asked me to come work for him. And so he told me that you're going to be working for this guy. He went into a litany of stuff, and he said the guy's an asshole, but he's going to be running things. But we need you in name and signature. But this guy's going to be doing it. So if you do something to this guy, I'm going to fire you. I'm like, okay. If you don't follow his direction, I'm going to fire you. I said, okay. So what's the budget? What's my salary? Well, I got to look at the budget. Okay, then you don't need me then.
Right.
And so he tried to hire this other guy, and I told the other guy, look, don't take that job. Be patient. Wait for something. Because you just climbed out of a hole.
Right.
Don't climb back in another hole with this guy.
So did he do it? He didn't take your advice?
Yeah, he took it.
Oh, all right, he did?
Yeah, but he forgot me.
Oh, all right.
He forgot me. But that's okay. This is what I do, man. I advise. I give out advice. I give out sound advice based on facts. Yeah. Not no jealousy stuff, but facts, advice that you can enhance your life off of. He did it, but they forget.
Right.
Nobody ever reached back. Yeah, man, thanks, bro. I don't ever get that. That's why I'm so pleased with you, young brother. That's why I'm so pleased with you, man.
See, man, look, cats don't be coming from the jungles like I do, man. Like, look, it's rough. It's cold outside. So when you meet somebody like Fid, you appreciate them.
Here, check this out. When I was in college, I used to be I used to be a math wizard, calculus wizard. I can do calculus problems in my sleep and write the answers down. That's how thorough I was with it. So I had taken a summer class once, and I think it was a 5-week course. And so it was this little snow bunny. She knew I knew. Everybody would ask me questions because I was like the only minority in the class.
Yeah.
And I'd go to the board. I asked the professor, "Can I come to the board and show them an alternative way to do things?" Everybody would look at me like, "What's wrong with this nigga?" But sure enough, before every exam, they up in my face. Well, how did you do such and such? So before the midterm exam, she asked me 2 specific questions. She couldn't figure them out. Well, they both were on the exam. Both those questions she asked me were on the exam. And see, what I would do was every problem in the book, if there was 50 problems in that chapter, I did 50 problems. And then I went to another book and did those problems.
Yeah.
Okay? So the trick was I was saturating myself with it.
Right.
There's a finite...
Do it.
That's why I know staying on your grind is what the solution is to whatever you do. So if there was 50 problems in that textbook, I did 50 problems. If there was 50 problems in another textbook that I use as a reference source, I did them problems. So what that was doing was there's a finite number of problems that you can do. So all they do is change the variables. So once you know how to do that problem type, changing the variables ain't nothing. Right. It's just like patterns in music. Right. Okay? You do one pattern, the scale, C major scale, is the exact same pattern as a B flat scale.
Right, or the 7 modes of the C major. It's going to feel the same.
Yeah.
The variables change, but the feeling of it is still the same.
So she said, "Well, did you do these 2 problems?" I said, "Oh, yeah." And so I showed her how to do them. She said, oh, okay. She took the test. Only 2 people got 100% on the exam, me and her. So I said, it's a good thing I helped you with those 2 problems. What do you mean? You didn't help me. I said, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad. I said, okay. Final came around. She came over to me and said, "Did you do this problem?" I said, "Nope." Guess what?
Only one person got 100.
And guess what? The problem that she wanted to help with was on the exam.
Right.
So figure it out.
Yeah. You got it. I mean,
you got it.
If you did that, you could do this.
Yeah. You don't need me.
Right.
It was no spite. That's just like, no. I mean, you showed me what you were. So,
right.
Okay. Believe them.
Yeah, he said believe them.
Somebody tell you who they are, believe them.
Right. Right, man.
That's it, plain and simple, bro.
Yeah, man. That's, like I said, man, people that don't be coming from the jungles, so they don't know just how cold it is.
I grew up in the inner city. I started work at 12. As soon as I was old enough to work, I started working. And I've been working ever since I was 12. And, you got people wanting to rob you. Oh, you got a job. I'm going to catch you after work. You got paid today, man? Dude, what you trying to do, set me up?
You got paid today? Nah.
So, you just because you're from the streets don't mean you're of the streets.
Right.
But the thing is, I have an advantage because I got street smart and I got book smart.
Right.
Okay? What they say on the Django, that 1 in 10,000.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but, I'm a student,
I'm a student too.
Yeah, and I like to learn, so boom, I'm learning, look, man, I'm learning, and the best thing I can do for my teacher is to implement, it's not just falling on deaf ears.
Oh, thank you, bro. I mean,
it's like, look, boom. Sometimes you probably can't see it, but as we go further down, move away, you can look back and be like, oh, all right. You know?
Yeah.
So like that's how I do, man. I like to implement, you know? Because like one of my teachers back at school, you know, he was like, look, you have to, whenever you hear a piece of information that you feel like, okay, I'm going to do it, never say I'm going to do it tomorrow. Always do it right there at that moment, you know.
Try to do it, and then
if
you want to do it, just keep working it.
Right, like do it, you know. Like never say I'm going to, you know, never say, okay, tomorrow I'm going to get on my diet. No, I'm on my diet,
Right.
You know.
Yep.
You know,
Own it.
I'm
Own
on
it.
it. Like
Own it.
Right.
Own it.
Look,
Make
you
it
know?
yours.
Yeah, like the moment that the diet is in your mind, if that's what you want to do, then you're on the diet,
You're
right?
on the diet.
At that moment,
At that
you know?
moment, you can't wait.
Right. You know, because it just breaks apart.
Yeah.
And we get so much stuff, you know, that is hard to maintain.
Excuses are tools of incompetence, which builds monuments to nothingness.
Right.
And those who specialize in them are seldom good for anything else. Man, they was messing with my nerves, bro. So I couldn't go on that diet. I like my donuts and stuff, bro.
right.
You know?
Man. Look, I'm watching one of my one of the big homies. He's dying now, man. Body falling apart. You know, just going hard. You know, just one of the big homies, and like, dude is. I went down to went to the hospital.
Oh, I'm thinking you're talking about a professional star or something.
Nah. Like, you know, one of the big close homies.
Okay.
And yeah, man, like I think they said his kidney. He has like kidney failure. Just living a hard, rough life, you know.
Probably not drinking enough water and went septic, man.
And he had he got all kinds of stuff, man. And they had to do dialysis.
His kidneys is gone.
For 8 months now. And then he was like, I went to go see him. He was like, man, you know, what he was saying. He was like, he just done, you know.
Drink your water, man.
He was like, look, he done. Like, yo, man. You know,
that's hard. That's gotta be hard to know that.
Yeah, and then like he been in the hospital like for a lot, man. And he was like, he didn't even know how because he was in Huntington. He was like, man, I woke up, I didn't even know how I even got here. The doctor asked me, you know where you are? He was like, nah, I don't know where I am. He was like, you in Huntington. It's like, well, how I get down here? You know,
they transferred him, or he just was down there.
Nah, I think they transferred him, took him, like rushed him down there, whatever.
Okay, what was he doing? Drugs or something, bro?
I don't think like hard drugs. I think like alcohol. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he was.
Alcohol is hard. Drugs, man.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, he could have been like an alcoholic. I'm not sure. Maybe
alcohol
I can ask him.
Is hard. There's some people it'll take them out like that. Some people just get mummified, pickled.
Yeah. Yeah, man, like, yeah, he, I think, you know, he was going hard, you know.
But see, even, I don't care how hard you are, you still got to provide nutrients and sustenance for your body.
Right, and that's what he was like, you know, like, man, you know, it's crazy how these bodies wear out, you know.
They wear out quick when you ain't putting the right stuff in there,
right, man. He was saying, like, you know, he was just ready, like, he was just ready to, he was just ready to go, you know. He was like, man, I thought when I woke up, I was in heaven. He said, and then he saw, what did he call him? Roots. It was this black doctor. He called him Roots for like Kunta Kinte. He was like, yeah, man, I saw Roots. He's like, man, I thought I was in heaven, and I saw Roots. I was like, oh man, like I'm still here. You feel me? But he just seemed at peace, like. It was a piece that, you know, like I just was like, man, you know,
he's in shock.
It's not
man.
that bad.
No, but here he's faced the reality that his time is limited. Yeah. You see, the sad thing is we're on the same clock as him.
Right.
We just don't know it. He knows he's got a short time.
Right.
And as you get older, you know, if you're lucky and God blesses you, well, God don't deal in luck. If you're blessed and God blesses you and gives you 72 years, you see that wall approaching.
Right.
Okay? And for some of us, that's like 10 years. So do I want to waste any of those 10 years? Any minute in those 10 years dealing with shit from people?
Right.
Dealing with controversy?
Yeah, because he up on, like, any day now.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, like I said, man, like he was like, yo, I thought,
well,
when I woke up this morning, I was dead.
But see, here's the thing, though. We're all up on any day now.
Right.
Some of us just don't realize it.
Yeah.
You may say something to somebody out there while you're driving.
Right. Bam. Yeah.
Natural selection.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You're right,
So that's why you got to stay on your grind, go on about your business. Don't deal in hatred and jealousy. Don't deal in lies. Don't deal in hate. But don't try to look too good or try to act too wise.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you, man, it's people out there who are lazy, who don't want to do nothing, and don't want to see you achieve anything. And that's what you have to be. You got some partners right now who you down thorough with right now. But I promise you get successful. You see what happened.
Right.
Come and see.
He said, come and see.
Watch and see.
Yeah. I mean, but man, I'm down. Like, look, man, I got, like.
But see, you're willing to reach back and help a homie out.
Yeah.
He gonna slap your hand out the way.
Right. Yeah, he will, man. And that's the thing. Like, people don't understand that when somebody gives you something of value, it's different as opposed to you working hard and you buy it.
Well,
and you pay, like you exchange, like like man.
Well, it's like this. I don't care how ugly you are. If you can play them keyboards, if you can play that bass, if you can play that sax, you gonna make it. You don't have to give up no skin.
Right.
Because if you doing what they need,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
As long as you got your own axe.
Yeah.
Your amplifier.
You got your own stuff.
Yeah. You okay, you need me? Okay, I'll be there. Well, I need you to do. No, man, you need to get somebody else for that. Because I'm providing the service.
He said, look, man, I need this happy ending.
No, man, you better go talk to your mama. Or talk to your sister.
Nah.
I'm going to make sure you never play in this country. No, man. No, you ain't got that kind of control. Who gave that control?
Right, man. I had somebody tell me that, too. Like, yo, man, I'll make sure, I don't care. Like, that doesn't affect me. Like, I'm not in the game enough to even care about that,
Well, but
I'm doing this as a favor.
He expected you to react. Oh, please.
Right.
No.
Like, yo, this is what I'm doing is a favor. Like, I wouldn't even be doing this if I wasn't doing the favor.
Yeah. Like, okay, here's an example. Jaco Pastorius, one of the most dynamic bass players out there, man. He came into the game bad. Somebody heard him play once. They did him an album. Yeah. Got Herbie Hancock, Lenny White, all the top musicians in New York, and he put together an album, okay? James 3:16 jumped in, okay? Because now, from no place out of Florida to on top of the world, man.
Yeah.
Then he got with Weather Report. Now, Weather Report, when they started out, was just a college touring band. He made them international.
Yeah, like once he joined,
it was like that's it. People came to see him play.
Right.
Okay? And you have people who were in the group who hated him for that. Okay, it's your group, but he making you money. What's up?
Right.
As long as he's on his game, you should be protecting him. You shouldn't be letting him get pulled in the back room. Man, try this.
Right.
Man, drink this. No, man, what you doing? This is my money.
Right.
Yeah, I
know. They missed it when he left.
Well, he left because they started ostracizing him. They got him on drugs. They got him on alcohol, and apparently he had a propensity to abuse them, and he had schizophrenia involved, because certain things will enhance your, if you start drinking and taking drugs, it's gonna draw out that schizophrenia, man.
Right.
And man, saddest story I ever seen, man. I mean, the man was on top. I'm gonna have to bring the DVD and play it for you one day, man.
Yeah, man. I want to learn about Jocko.
And before he died, man, he was walking around New York in shorts and T-shirts and stuff, and he played bass, but he had a guitar, and he took 2 strings off of it, and it's sad, man. It's sad. And I'm like, okay, that's what New York does to naivety. It consumes you.
Right.
Okay? And
did he die in New York or what?
Yeah, they beat him.
They beat him to death in New York.
A bouncer said he touched him, and he beat him to death.
Oh.
He went into a coma, and then he eventually died. They took him off for life support, and he died. But everybody abandoned him. Everybody pimped him while he was on top, and when he started falling, this one person was looking out for him, and he just didn't get to him in time to save him. But
yeah, man. But that's how they do you, man.
Well, everybody loves you when you're on top,
right?
But they pulling on you. They like crabs in a basket. They don't want to see you get up there.
Yeah, because it's competitive, man. Like people,
but it's not.
Nah, but like
it's
musicians don't love you, man.
No, what they don't understand is that everybody out there who's jamming is creating the market.
Right.
Okay, you don't want to be the only one out there.
Right, you don't.
You want it to be a spot here, a spot there. You want it to be 30 spots and 25 musicians.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that way, y'all got y'all thing, and everybody's in demand. So you can't be in 2 places.
Right.
So you got your spot, man.
Right. But musicians don't look at it like that.
That's because they're selfish, man. They don't know no better. They selfish, and you have to be somewhat selfish to dedicate yourself to music.
Right, and to get to those higher levels,
But as you said, though, most musicians, once they leave home, their skills don't improve that much.
Right.
Except for the Coltrane's.
Yeah.
Except for the Miles Davis.
Yeah. That dedication. That's hard,
Because music is a living art form. You constantly learning. You can learn something from bluegrass. Might be a little lick in it that you like.
Right.
You put it on jazz and slow it down and speed it up. You got your hit.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But like, look, man. A lot of cats, and especially, a lot of cats that's your peers. Like, and that's the thing, man. Like when you're coming up, it's like, all right, we're coming up. But when you arrive, especially if you arrive before somebody else, it's gonna be jealousy. It's gonna be envy. And
James 3:16.
Right, and then you got other older cats. If first they was getting on and they was making this money, even if they're young, and they making this money, and then you come along and now boom, them gigs are starting to shallow out.
Well, maybe it's not me. Maybe your skills are eroding.
Right.
Maybe you doing too much coke. Maybe you drinking too much scotch.
See, and now they like, look, man. Well, mainly it's gonna be people that's right next to you. They envious, and they gonna try to bring you down, man.
You know what the sad thing is? They try to make it out like they know so much. There's only so much to know. You know what I'm saying? It's what you learn, those few things, and then you create your own style, your own personality, your own id.
Right.
What's this guy named? Brian Miller. He did this tune, Reach For It, with George Dukes. He said he got this one lick he uses. He knows how to play that lick 30 different ways. Okay? Right. He made his career off of one lick playing it 30 different ways.
Right, that's what it is, man.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's one thing, And that's what a lot of these cats, man, like a lot of really good cats, their style is based off of one thing. It's one core element, but they know how to do it so many different ways.
But I asked this one guy, You know, he got a Boss B10 synthesizer, whatever that thing is we use to, you know, get a different sounds out of it. I asked him, man, how you set yours up? Man, I ain't teaching you. This is my sound.
Yeah.
I ain't teaching you my sound. I'm like, he had his little thing covered up, you know, his little windshield covered up. I mean, I can play with it until I figure it out, but I just asked you a question. How you know?
Yeah, but at least he, you know, told you that, man. Like a lot of cats just try to, you know, get you like, look, man, why don't you? I know. I'm gonna show you. Look, man, we're gonna go fish. This lake is packed with fish, man. I'm telling, look, man, get your bait, get your hooks.
But see, it would fuck them up though if you caught a bunch of fish.
Right, man.
What?
Yeah, they see
man, I've been fishing here for years and I ain't caught nothing.
Right.
Whoa, what you do?
Right.
Man, I carry a pack of blood with me.
Right. They like, man, I've been intentionally pouring salt in this fresh water trying to kill everything that's in here, you know?
So how'd you do that, man? I know ain't nothing supposed to be in there.
Right.
Nah, man.
Maybe I went to Kroger's. You know?
Wasn't it this Bible story where this what was the story? The emperor of China? They was trying to select the emperor. Okay, so this emperor he didn't have kids, so he wanted to select somebody to take his place. So he passed out these 3 seeds, the big old seeds to grow some trees. I forget what kind of trees it was, but it was a big old seed, you know. Yeah. He told the 3 men, okay, take this seed, cultivate it, and grow it, and come back in a year. Okay? 2 guys, all 3 of them came back. One of them had a big, tall tree. The other one had a big, tall tree. The third one, his never grew. So the ones who never grew, he made his heir. Because he had boiled all the seeds prior to giving them to him. So they couldn't grow.
Right.
So the ones who didn't grow was the most honest one of them all.
Right.
So he made him his heir.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, man.
He said because they came back with big trees. Like.
Yeah, so, yeah, man, mine's big. Mine's bigger than yours.
Right.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. It's about staying focused, being about your business. You got to keep naysayers out of your life. Okay? Lookers and haters hate outside.
Right.
Okay? Hate outside. Yeah. You know, I ain't got time for that, man. Get thee behind me, Satan. You know, I got forces greater than you I got to fight. Get thee behind me, you know. Right. So,
right, man. I like that story. That's life right there, man. So many cats, you know, like
fronting.
Yeah, like man, it's nothing can grow out there, man. How you get all this fish? Like,
with this supermarket,
yeah.
That motherfucker. I took a class.
Yeah, he said,
I was taking private lessons that you didn't know about.
Right, man. Now you go fishing that shit. See what you pull out. You know, you have me fishing in there for 10 years.
A tire.
Right.
Some trashy tires and stuff.
Yeah, man.
I got one.
It's a feisty little thing.
It's a tire. But yeah, man. You know, it's about understanding that there are forces out there that don't want to see you succeed, period. You know, no matter what you do, no matter how open you are with people, no matter how generous you want to be with people, it's like, I can't stand that motherfucker, but I'm going to go over his house and drink up all his Hennessy.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's why you know, you got to keep it small, man. Like, you know, that's how I keep it, man.
And you can't have nobody around your woman neither, man.
Yeah.
You know, and if your woman acting up, then you grab her friend.
Yeah. You grab her friend.
Shit. Because that's the one who keeping the trouble going.
Right.
Honey, you can do better than him.
Yeah, man.
Man,
That's how you do.
you know, my first marriage, she was a stepchild, and she had a sister who used to talk about her like she was Cinderella in the family. Hold on a second.
All right, go ahead on the stepchild thing, and then we'll.
Oh, yeah, she was a stepchild. So here I was in school to be an engineer, and she was in school to be a chemist. And her stepsister was just there, you know. So she had to go home every night after school, after college, wash dishes and cook.
Who your first?
First ex, yeah.
Wow.
So, you know, I'm like, okay, so what did your sister do? She's just there. I said, well, what about your studies? You know, well, it was her stepfather's, it was 3 other kids who was her stepfather's kids. So eventually she graduated and she got put out the house because she was dating me. And we had decided we was going to get married. And once she graduated, got a job, I got a job, stuff started. James 3:16, where envy and strife is, there's confusion and every evil at work. So her sister was like, well, you can do better. Oh, okay. Well, what you got?
Right.
Okay, and old girl, still looking for acceptance.
Yeah.
Bit into that hook.
Yeah. That's weird. Like, that's weird for women to think for another woman, like, oh, you can do better. Like, yo, who do you want to smash your daughter? Or who do you want to smash your sister? Like, do you want that? Is it like you're trying to pick somebody who you will smash yourself one day? You know what I mean? Like,
but the quality of men she was seeing was bums.
But see, that's my point. Like,
I was a young, fresh out of college engineer, promising.
Yeah.
And she pulled a rug out from under my feet.
Like, I never think any of my homies can do better than what they have. I never, like, that never comes to my mind.
You stay out of a relationship. You let people love who they want to love.
Right, like, that's like
what you
like,
care.
I never think like, oh, you can do better.
No.
Like, even with my kids, like, I don't think you can do better.
Mm-mm.
You know, it's like, look, let's get out of school.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Yeah, you ain't got time.
Right.
What you mean you sexually active? What?
Right, like, look.
10?
Look, right, get out of school. Like,
yeah, get your life started.
Yeah, get your life. I don't really care who you mess with. Get your life right.
Yep.
You feel me?
As long as it ain't no homosexual relationship. But anyway, she hated her sister until she got married to me, and then she started telling her sister that the one that I married, the other one started telling her, well, you can do better. So, you know, I got hired at this big prominent construction company, and to show that I was executive quality, I invited some people over for dinner to thank them for helping me get the job. Well, had planned it for like a month. She knew about it. We both were supposed to cook. She decided she didn't want to cook, so I had to cook it. And to top it off, her and her sister planned a night out at one of the nightclubs, local nightclubs. So people are over, and every 30 minutes her sister started calling. Well, is they gone yet? Is they gone yet? I'm embarrassed, man, so I had to end up just taking the phone off the hook to squash it. And after it was over, old girl said to me, you done licked their ass, now you gonna blow dry it for them? I'm like, what? How you gonna say that? We supposed to be married? How you gonna say something like that to your husband? You know, I'm trying to make a way for both of us. No, see, she got jealous. She listened to what her sister said, and she got jealous of my potential success. We supposed to be a team.
Right.
And after that, it didn't last much longer after that, man. Because, you know, What am I working for?
Yeah.
You say you don't want kids. What am I working for you for? To take care of you for the rest of your life or what?
Right.
So after that, it was over. I saw her once about 10 years after we had divorced. She's still wearing coats and dirty clothes that I had bought her while we was in college and stuff, man. So I'm like, okay, did you gain anything?
Right. I mean, that's what you wanted.
You got it. And her sister they were supposed to get an apartment together. Okay, so you're going to leave a husband to go get an apartment with your sister who ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
And she did it. I mean, it devastated me at first, but once you get past it,
yeah, man,
it don't hurt you no more, man.
Yeah, that's how they do you, man.
It don't hurt you no more after that. Yeah. The only thing that ever hurt me was the thought of losing my baby girl. In my second marriage. The second one, okay, you can go. I asked you 3 times to stay. You don't want to stay, okay, but my daughter is not part of that deal that you cooking with somebody.
Right.
So no, it don't work like that.
Right.
So,
all right, man, let's get out of here on that, man. So, look, guys. All right, the first one going to hit you, but the second one, bang, you in the building.
You just shake it off.
Right, just,
The rest of them you just absorb like they ain't nothing.
Release into the world.
Man, I had this one lady I was seeing after my second divorce. I showed her, she was tripping, man. I was telling her I had taken my ex on cruises. And she's like, you took her on cruises? The way she did you took her on cruises? I said, well, why are you offended? This is before we got married. So she jumps up and says, I'm leaving. Okay.
He said, okay.
And
let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
I didn't even say that, man. I said, okay. And she jumped up and ran. You just going to let me leave? Yeah, you said you want to leave. Be gone.
Right. I ain't kidnapped, man.
I ain't, no. No means no.
Right, he said, ho.
Matter of fact, you ain't got to go home, but you're going to get the hell out of here. I used to tell her, I live a very complex life. I don't need any additional complexions in my life.
Yeah, he said, look, nah, trick. Yeah. So, with that being said, guys, go to fitloo.com, click on the Weebly link, get started, do this website thing, be who you always wanted to be, and boom.
Be all that you can be.
Oh, man. And while we're on that fitloo.com, stay there. After you create your website, after you clicked on that banner, come back. Buy an axe, Look, stop playing around. Get you an axe. Get this thing crack-a-lacking, okay? Fitloo.com.
Be there or be square.
Yes. Also, last but not least, BoKnowsMusic.com. Go there, set up the free account, get started, start learning hymns, start learning to read, start learning to play, bleed for your music, all right? You got to invest time. You got to be in there, all right? You just got to soak it up, right? Be in the atmosphere, all right? Do it now, my friend, and we're out.
Peace.
I was 13.